Joining me today is Tony Marino, CEO of Tenaz Energy. So for those that don't know about Tenaz, Tony, can you briefly introduce the company and then jump into the great 2022 year-end results that you have accomplished?
Sure, happy to, Brianna. So Tenaz is an international energy company listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange, symbol TNZ. We established Tenaz about a year and a half ago to pursue an international M&A strategy. Our business model is to acquire and more effectively exploit oil and gas assets in our targeted regions, primarily Europe, Middle East, North Africa, and the Americas. Today, we already have two assets in Tenaz, a high-quality oil growth asset in Alberta, and a set of Netherlands gas fields producing high netback Dutch TTF gas. Our goal is to build Tenaz to 100,000 BOE per day over the next 5 years through acquisitions and to further develop our current and future acquired assets. We did deliver what we thought were excellent results in 2022 with a strong financial position at year end. Q4 production was up more than 40% from the year before. 2022 cash flow more than doubled from 21, and reserves were up in all categories with very strong recycle ratios. We're now set to nearly double annual production in 23. Our balance sheet has 14 million of negative net debt to deploy, and our bank credit line is undrawn.
Well, and then goals set aside and everything else sounds extremely positive, but we've also seen a correction this month in commodity prices. How does that impact your outlook for international acquisitions going forward?
I think it's a positive impact. As an acquirer, we view this commodity pullback as an opportunity for Tenaz. We feel the correction in prices in March, and even more if you look at the drop that has occurred since last summer, brings realism into this asset market, and that will help us execute our strategy. We find asset sellers more willing to make transactions in this commodity environment. This allows Tenaz to, one, buy assets at lower entry multiples that exist in the overseas market, and two, effect operating improvements once we get control over the assets. And an example of this is what we've already been able to do in our Canadian oil project, generating more growth and better capital efficiency than previous owners. This is the approach that will apply to our future acquisitions, and I think the market environment is right for it.
And Tony, if investors want to know more about the company, should they just go to your website?
For sure they can. I mean, investors can find us on Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook at Tenaz Energy. They'll get real-time updates on our progress there. And then you can find more detail on our website and in our March 23 corporate presentation.
Perfect. Well, thanks for your time, Tony. Again, that was Tony Marino, CEO of Tenaz Energy Corporation. And for the Power Play, I'm Brianna McCutcheon.